This battle ahead is not mine. I know that my God's gonna fight it, giving me victory at the end of the day. No matter the score, will not back down. You come through for me, I'm still standing. You leave for me is greater than what's in the world. Alright, 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 everything's gonna be alright, hey. 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 I'm winning, you're winning, we are winning. We're winning this battle, 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 battle, and you're my hoodie, and you're my yansa. I don't bin tea, shaman and canana, Kamedia cane, Missy, I want seen a man's side, she laughter. What people that know be a new chapter. The soon was and the suit kaftan. Me and Anto messing a sin in a meeting, bend down, train crying whole canter. So how come with the pet channel? That's me and no quarantine me kill bano. One mammy answer named Genio Don, patenting stuff why ye dear saying who, when I'm in the metem, being see me crying, me can't imagine me second when I whine, me in my buying, or no woman who buy, no common him, none I mean to me sign. Yeah. Alright, 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 everything's gonna be alright, hey. 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 I'm winning, you're winning, we are winning. We're winning this battle, 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 battle. Alright, 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 everything's gonna be alright, hey. 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 I'm winning, you're winning, we're winning. We're winning this battle, 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 battle.
Baby, careful, Ingbo Mamiete. Hi, my name is Kafui Danku. Being a mother is such a joy, but it could be hectic if your baby's comfort is compromised. That is why in the midst of uncertainties, I always make sure I have the right diaper. Diaper that helps manage my day and night. Super absorbent. Over 10 hours of protection. Super slim to carry around and also light on the pocket. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper is the magical comfort. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper. Extra dry and comfortable. The smart choice for your royal baby.
A lady you marry. Oh, honey. Can you hear Judah? Judah Mujata. Jobai do more. Me con adore him. Any conia one nilo nibu. Pammy, you will be bia. Emma Jobalo. Koswa Dini. Emma Jobalo. Koswa Dini. We need your glory, Lord. We need your power, Lord. dwell among us. We can't do nothing, Lord. We empty, oh Lord, without your presence. We need your glory, Lord.
We need your glory, Lord.
We need your power, Lord.
We need your power, Lord.
To dwell among us. We empty, oh Lord. We can't do nothing, Lord, without your presence. Okay.
Ingbo mamiete. Hi, my name is Kafui Danku. Being a mother is such a joy, but it could be hectic if your baby's comfort is compromised. That is why in the midst of uncertainties, I always make sure I have the right diaper. Diaper that helps manage my day and night. Super absorbent. Over 10 hours of protection. Super slim to carry around and also light on the pocket. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper is the magical comfort. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper. Extra dry and comfortable. The smart choice for your royal baby.
Good evening, everyone. Today is another day, and Saturday happens to be one of my favorite days in the week. My name is Mimi Elbernard Nelson Shen, and you're watching The Prophet's Wife live on Facebook and YouTube. Today we talk about women who attract the wrong man. Who is the wrong man? How come one man's meat happens to be another man's poison? I will let the women and the gentlemen introduce themselves, and from then we'll set the ball rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, please introduce yourselves.
Okay, my name is Lydia Isman.
I am Vera Banaman.
Irajoa Eboa.
My name is Sepagoji.
I'm lay pastor Nelson Agodo.
Vincent Banaman.
Okay, thank you. There are women in this world, there are people around who happens to be in a relationship with people who bring tears to their eyes. They cry when they are with people like this. And then the same people are able to be in other relationships with people who makes them happy. How is this even possible? Is it the fault of the woman or the man? So this is what we are about to talk about. I would let Mrs. Bannerman start with us. She'll talk about what she thinks and a man who is not right for a particular woman is. Mrs. Bannerman.
Thank you, Mommy, for the opportunity. I think to start with, I would say, first of all, what made you, in the first place, attract the wrong person? And there are sometimes there are some behaviors we put on that makes us attract some kind of people to our lives. For instance, you are a Christian, and then you always find yourself among the ungodly, so to speak, or you are always finding yourself, just as in Psalm 1:1, the Bible says that happy is the man, or blessed is the man who do stay away from sinners or do not sit with the scornful. So what made you in the first place attracted to the wrong person? It could be your company. Sometimes the company you find yourself in gets you attracted to the wrong people. It could also be the way you speak or the way you present yourself. I mean, sometimes your dressing makes us qualify you among some certain kind of people. So how did you ending up in the hands of this wrong person? It could be the way you profess things, the way you present yourself, the way you speak, your company that you find yourself in. So first of all, to find yourself in a wrong person is finding yourself with someone who does not who is not even a Christian, because for the purpose of this one.
So we also have Christians who are in relationships, and then we end up saying this was the wrong choice. It could be a man of God. So how does
Yes, I'm coming to that. Someone who is not a Christian, as in someone who is not really born again. I'm not talking about a church goer, because it will be so difficult for someone who really loves God, understand the principles of God, believe that he or she is born again, and then act otherwise. If really you are a Christian, allowing yourself to be led by the Holy Spirit, doing according to what the word says, there is no way you act differently, because even in the Bible, no one described was it the followers of Christ, the way they acted, then they were referred to I think these are people or Christians because of the way they act. So truly a Christian is one who behaves like Christ. And if you are such a person, there is no way it will take someone who is a Christian to, mistreat someone. I would really find it difficult if you really love God and you don't show that love, because it's even the greatest commandment. That if you love me, obey my commandments, or love each other just as Christ loved you. So if truly you love God, if you find yourself in such a person, I would find it difficult to say that person will be a wrong person. Okay. One who is really filled, that's the first one. And then one who really, who does not share your vision or does not understand you for whom you are. Probably he just saw the outward appearance, something you did, and it got him attracted. But then deep within him, he does not go from what he saw that moment that attracted him. So someone who really loves you as you are, and then also share in your vision, that is one who is not a wrong person. Okay, so what if the fault is not even really from the man? The other way, it will be, it can also work for the other way. Because I feel like most of the women enter into a relationship, not most, some of the women enter into a relationship, and then, as soon as it doesn't work, the next relationship, and it goes like, oh, he wasn't the right person, he wasn't the right, which I believe is the truth. It could be the person is a man of God, he acts like Christ, but it just didn't work. It could also be maybe some company he's falling into, and some advice that he's been given, or something he's following. It could even be a material that is not really based on Christian principles, and then it's misleading him. So sometimes the company you also find yourself in after marriage can also do or make your marriage. Okay.
Well, I also think that sometimes being in the wrong relationship may not necessarily be because if we say somebody's in a wrong relationship, I don't think we are always talking about somebody who is mistreating the other person or so. Especially for women, sometimes you see, you've been in maybe 3 different relationships, and it's as if they all ended in a particular way. And so you should realize that there's a trend or there's a pattern that you might need to break. And this pattern might be as a result of your own decision or something. Sometimes we create boundaries around us based on past experiences. So you were in a relationship with somebody and this person acted in a particular way, so you make a conclusion in your mind that this is how all men behave. So you enter the next relationship, and then you will see that trend, not because maybe the person has it, but people tend to behave the way you expect them to behave. So sometimes it's not really because the person is not born again or something, but sometimes we are the cause. There's a trend that you have realized every time you enter into a relationship, and then you keep on. Everybody's looking for Mr. Perfect. Because this one didn't go well, the next relationship has to be a perfect. Yes. So sometimes we've just created all kinds of boundaries around us that keeps bouncing back.
And also to take from where they have left, and since I got the topic, I've been thinking about the whole thing. I think for somebody to be attracting, I don't want to go by the word attracting. I want to go by the word the fact that you accept. It's not like they attract, but just that they accept. They accept the people just the way they are doing things. Example, a lady is in a relationship or guy is in a relationship, and the person is possibly verbally abusing you, or is not giving you the time that you needed. For you to walk out, you'll be there saying, oh, it's okay, he would change, and he would change. And it will take a very long time to break off. And some of these people, when they continue to the next relationship, their mind is focused on who would be able to correct the mistakes of the first relationship. So in that case, they are accepting the relationship like the way it is, but they are not making any effort to bring a change. As I register, to break the trend that they are saying. But because someone has entered a next relationship because the person does not work and is expecting you to fill the void of the first relationship, and that is not acceptable. It can't work. So that will break up again. Then you look for another person who will now be able to do a double work. So you feel like this lady or this guy is attracting other people. No, but because he or she is accepting the way they are acting. Okay. Because if you are able to stand on your feet and say, look, you are not giving me time. You are not treating me the way I want to be treated, and I'm not going to accept this. Then it means that you are moving to a better place. So when the next person comes and you see those traits, you not say, this one too, maybe he or she will change. No, there's no way you or anyone can change anybody except
the Holy Spirit.
Wow.
Okay. I also think that the reason why you attract a wrong person is because when you come out of a relationship and you are still bound in the past hurts and pains. Most often when you come out, you are like Dr. Sefako said, you are looking out for the new one to fill that void or to heal that pain. But I think that when you come out of a relationship and you take time and you develop yourself, you help yourself out, and all the pain and hurt are gone, then you'll be able to attract a good one in your life again. If not, the pain of the past will still keep coming, and then you keep on attracting your like, or you keep on, being a burden to the new person who comes along.
And sending wrong signals to the wrong people. Because someone would go like, how come I only attract men who are married and men who are into relationships, men who are dating? So if you flirt with a married man, what do you expect? Definitely the man is also going to flirt back. Yes, and it doesn't matter whether you're a Christian or not, you are flirting with him and he's human. So automatically he's going to respond. So it's not like you not attracting, you are attracting the wrong man because you are sending wrong signals to the wrong people.
Well, I believe that who a right or a wrong person is quite a very relative, okay? Because a right person to one person will be a wrong person to the other. So the foundation of who a right person is, I believe, is dependent on where you are going to. So first of all, if you have not yet defined your destination or your goal in life, anybody will just come into your life. So first of all, you have to define and know what your purpose is in life. Where is your destination? If you have cut out your destination clearly, you will know that this person coming into my life does not fit into my journey. So the problem, I believe, begins from you, the individual. If you don't know where you are going to, just anybody at all will fit in, will just follow you. So first of all, you must know where you are going to in life. Then you can choose who fits into that purpose and who does not. So we attract the wrong people because we don't know where we are going to. Yeah.
Yeah, as you were saying, I believe that when people set out in a relationship, there are sometimes when some relationships have come to an end by mutual agreement. Okay. It was not necessarily that the person was a bad person was maltreating the person we're dating, but along the line, the person, because sometimes people start dating when they don't really know who they are. They don't know where they are going to. They don't know their priorities in life. So in the course of getting to know themselves more, they get to realize that what I saw in this person that made me attracted to the person attracted to me is not what I'm looking out for in life now. So you get to a point where that maybe the jokes the person used to share, they are not the jokes. You are growing up, you're discovering yourself, you are reading, you are learning, your maturity is going up there. So at that point in time, you get to realize that the person in your life is a wrong person for where you are going. So a lot of times when I've spoken to people, by the time we're done, realize that this relationship that they've been in for about a couple of years will not lead to marriage. Because when they were dating, they felt like they were compatible. But along the line, as a person gets to know him or herself, and it happens most often on our campuses. On our campus, most people date without really knowing what they are up to in life.
Okay.
So by the time they are about dance schooling, and you are really discovering who they are, then what they thought the person thought were in love with, you realize that they are two different people.
Yeah.
Somebody who has probably you are dating, you are in love with somebody, the person never knew that the person's dream was to maybe spend his life outside the country. You don't want to live outside Ghana. So you get to a point where that there becomes a conflict of decision, and then the person in your life can just become a wrong person in your life, and then you have to go your separate ways. Apart from the abuse people suffer, sometimes I believe people just discover themselves alongside, and they just decide to.
And sometimes too, some of these ladies too, you know, some of them happens not to grow up with a male figure in their life. So the vacuum, any available man, as soon as you come and you show them a little love, then, you know, they just cling on to you. The moment you leave, the next person, so they don't even wait to check whether this person is the right person for me or not. As long as you are there and you have your shoulder is available for me to cry on, they are okay. So I feel like it's about you knowing the person, checking yourself, searching yourself through to find out whether this thing is really what I want. This man is who I want to be with.
And I think we should also note that relationship or getting married, it's not a competition, because some enter because they feel the friends I am in, they are all going out, so I'm the only one left, so why don't I just hook onto someone? So yes, just because he thinks he's the one only left. So we don't enter because it's not a competition, because you are entering and then you are not coming back. So you need to know that, and also some might also just fall into it because of the pressures from family members or pressures from the society. Yes, and I think sometimes it's true that when you are growing old, or I mean you begin to get worried, but then it's better to marry at an advanced age and get the right person than rush into it because of what people are saying or because you think you are aging. We don't enter because we are aging. So that can also let you get yourself in a wrong person's hand.
And I think that we attract the wrong people in the life because they are not ready to date. They are just not ready. But as I said, but because of pressure, then they are forced to go. And some people to attract the wrong person because they have not realized the importance of being a single person. You know, that when being single is the highest form of relationship in the Bible, because Jesus Christ was single, and you could see what he did. He accomplished purpose. So people don't understand the value of singleness, because the society have come to portray singleness as being a time of loneliness. But loneliness is not the same as being single, because loneliness is you are single, but you are not accomplished, or you are not happy at where you are. But when you are truly single, that means that you are whole, you are unique, and you are ready to mingle. So if you don't really understand the value of singleness, then you attract the wrong people, because you have not yet worked on yourself to be whole. Because you must understand that marriage is not 50-50. Marriage, it is a whole plus whole. That's why I believe people say that you are my better half. No, I am a better whole, because I need to be whole to be able to complement somebody. Because when you are lonely, all your mind will be focused on who can make me happy. But when you are truly single, it tells you that, look, I am accomplished. Then you can ask the question, what do you have to offer? So, but if you are not able to sit down, the problem of our age generation is that we are not ready to wait, and we are not ready to sit down and group ourselves. We are just in a haste to look for somebody who can make us happy. But believe you me, marriage does not make anybody happy. Marriage is hard work, and you must happy yourself. Because the person coming to your life is not an entertainer or a comedian coming to entertain you. It is a matter of life and death. So unless we get the nitty-gritties and the importance of singleness, then we will be attracting the wrong people in our life.
And there are ladies who also do not like to date good guys. They're like, this guy is too good for me. I don't like this church guys. I want to hang out with a bad boy, you know.
That's what a lay minister said, that it's relative to say right.
Yes, some people want to hang out with the bad boy, a bad guy, but then when they date for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, then they later go like, oh, I think I attract the bad guys. But if you don't want the church guys, then you have to attract bad guys.
I think most of them, they don't know the kind of man they are looking for.
I don't want a pastor. I don't want a
because they were told that pastors are not romantic, and they are told that as a pastor they are always busy, or as a pastor you share them with a lot of women in the church. So their mind is focused on the wrong thing, and they don't know what they are looking for. If you ask a lady what kind of guy looking for, they will tell you a tall giant guy with broad and six pack. But God might just present to you a one-pack man who might be.
We have one pack. I'm yet to see that.
They might just be presented to you a very nice man that you are not even looking at, because you don't know what you are looking for. Papa was teaching us this morning at Ladies Only. Some people, if God asks you today, what kind of man you're looking for, they will say anything goes. No. If you do anything goes.
But I think that anything goes comes in when, after they've dated and things doesn't work, then they settle like, okay, now I've tried it and I've tested everything, so now anything goes. Please send your questions and your comments coming, and we'll read it out. Thank you.
Well, I think that another reason why people attract the wrong people is the way they've branded themselves, or sometimes the way they have not branded themselves. So there's a particular way you dress and you attract a certain group of men. There's another way that you dress, you attract a certain group of men. And you've realized this thing and you are still dressing the way you have been dressing. So it's the same group of people who be attracted to you. There's a way that you talk, there's a way you carry yourself about that will attract a certain group of people. So I believe that people have not branded themselves well. So sometimes...
Yeah, I think it's true. Just to add to what Mrs. Eboy is saying, I remember I used to have a roommate back on a University of Ghana campus. And then she always goes out to the lecture hall and she comes. Now anyone is just proposing to me. Like, can you imagine? I came back and this guy, then she mentioned the guy's name. Apparently it's a guy who says, those who are at the lecture halls, when we are done, they make sure the chairs are in and then lock the door. And then the next time to look at this any work guy, like those who do the errands for us. So it's like she goes out and anyone to her.
Someone came to see Papa and the person was like, she only attracts shoemakers, not maybe a carpenter or any other shoemakers.
Wow.
No carpenter, no nobody. She only attracts shoemakers. So she felt there was a problem with that. So she came to see Papa, and she was in UG by then. She was in University of Ghana by then.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so I think the branding issue it works. The way
we want to do an analysis on a point for logical analysis for everybody to understand. But the truth is that there are people too who has spiritual issues that also affect them. But those ones are ones that you don't want to, so that people don't always want to give that as an issue. There are other things that we can work on not to attract the wrong people. But the truth is that there are people too that with the relationship challenges they are having, there's a spiritual backing attached. So there are times when, as you are saying, if you see something repeating over, I think there's one of the questions you send that you ask that, can somebody do the right thing, everything right, and still have it wrong? Yeah, somebody can do everything right. I've had to talk to people that whilst they were dating, the person they were dating never showed any character. It was so nice, so sweet, nothing showed. When you see the lady or the guy and they are talking, nothing shows that this lady or this guy is doing what you see, but But that is how the person, they just got married 2 months, 3 months, everything just went off like that. And you do everything, whether it's just a spiritual problem that they find themselves in. But those ones are the extreme side. But there are things that we need to work on as we are discussing. But there are spiritual issues too that affect people's relationship.
Yeah. I also believe that it will be very difficult to live in Solomon's house and not be wise. So people are found in places, and some kind of people are found in specific places. So the kind of people you expose yourself to will determine the kind of people you attract or who will be attracted to you. Excuse me to say, if you find yourself among Okada riders all the time, you should not be surprised if you find an Okada rider coming to propose to you. So I think basically we should know the kind of places we find ourselves at most of the time and the kind of people you wish to attract. So that means you have to be very intentional and conscious about the kind of person you want in your life and know where possibly you can find such a person, and you can correctly position yourself at places like that to expose yourself to the right kind of people. In any case at all, if you don't have everybody coming to you, you have at least 1 out of the 100 of the right people at the right place coming to you. So the kind of people you expose yourself to is very, very significant. What we're talking about.
I was saying that sometimes I believe that people also attract the wrong people when we are very fixed on who we are looking for. So somebody makes up his or her mind that maybe I want a slim, dark person. That's the only person I want to marry. So then you bring yourself to a point that you only get attracted to a slim, dark person and not about what the content of the person. So you realize that I've seen people around that because they're so particular about the person want to date a fair person, all the people they've gotten to date are fair, and they've all been wrong people. But there are people too who are not fair, probably dark, not slim, that I know that they'd be very good if they date them. And there was someone that has such an issue, and I told him, why don't you look at this lady? When she's able to change what in his mind, what she was looking for, now she found somebody, they're dating, they're doing very well. But at first, he was attracting the wrong people because he feel that I only want a slim person, tall person. If that's our preference, but I believe that if you can kind of mature that, okay, I'm looking for somebody who understands my vision. I'm looking for somebody who buys into my idea. I'm looking for somebody who has also worked on him or herself. Then the other things will fall into place. But when people are so still, you can get what the color you're looking for, the height you're looking for, and you always go for a wrong person. Because it's difficult to get people with all good attitudes always in one particular skin color, body shape. You won't get. You won't get.
That is being.
You won't get it. Yeah.
Okay, so this is from Abraham Elbernard, Samoa. Dr. Sefi, can you throw more light on the lonely and singleness syndrome?
Okay, what I was saying is that society has made us believe that being single is the wrong thing. Like being single is like, oh, you are lonely. You are not happy at where you are. You need somebody to make you happy. Or because of the songs that we are hearing, if I don't get you, I will die. You are the only one that will be there for me. Because of such songs, we are being lured to believe that, okay, singleness is bad. But Jesus Christ was single, and he accomplished purpose. He died on the cross. I think that's what I'm saying. That's the highest form of relationship, because that's the only way you can get focused on God. So singleness, according to how God has put it to be, it's a time that you are supposed to work on yourself and know who you are. Be closer to God and be the whole person that God has made you to be. You do not bring yourself to the position where you will say that, oh, I'm single, and if I don't get a man by the age of 25, I will die, or I'll collapse, or something will happen to me. No, singleness is a moment of wholeness, where you are unique, where you are accomplishing your things at the way God wanted to accomplish, and where you are happy at where you are. so that when somebody is coming to you, you are not looking at somebody who will come and make you whole or a complete.
Yes.
Who will make you a complete person, but someone who is coming to also add his loaf of bread to your loaf of bread, so that together you move forward.
Okay. Thank you. So this is from Genevieve Na Amele Kwe. Some legendary talk right there by Reverend Dr. Ampia Kofi. And it's with Anaba in a person of Prophet Vincent Banana. This is from Ecclesiastes. It's a Brandon counts by women lifestyle. Every woman loves Spanish. Stephanie Baba Mensah. Oh, I'm still viewing the music video whilst the program is ongoing. Is it my network? Sorry, Baba, this might be from your network. So we'll talk and then read the comments in. So let's just.
Okay, Mommy, I'll say that there was this young lady who shared her story with me. She said she received a prophecy that she was going to marry a white man, and for about 5 years now, she has not traveled outside the country yet.
I was saying that to a white man. I was like, oh, yeah, marry a white man.
She doesn't know how to go.
Hi, white man.
She doesn't know how to go about it. And after the time she was talking to me, she told me she was a virgin by then. And then after some years, she called me and she said she has waited and waited, and now she thinks she can't wait anymore because she's growing, and the white man is not coming. So she got herself involved with a guy, and then she said she lost her virginity, but then they broke up later on. And so she was now back to ask me whether the prophecy can still be fulfilled. And so I would want to say that sometimes when we receive prophecies and we do not understand them, it is good for us to look out for men of God or those we can trust and share with them to help us understand it the more.
Okay. Yeah. This is from Dr. Asminta. She said, our dressing also chose to. Thank you so much. I'm really enjoying it. Bismarck Amponsa. One young lady once made this classical statement: the good guys are boring, but we fail to see beyond the border. And Collins Anku Ellie said, Brandon makes you attract people who share similar dreams with you. On point, Mrs. Yeboah. Collins Anku Ellie again. Momsi, they don't know what they are missing by avoiding us. And Edda Kalista Kajila, she said, pray for me to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Thank you. Singleness and loneliness are way two different things. Nana Ajwa Sewa Bonsu. Okay.
I also think that sometimes we attract the wrong people because we first get attracted to their superficial qualities. Like you meet somebody, and then in the first instance, he was so nice to you. So you quickly begin to, as you move along, you what's the name? You oversee or you overlook his other qualities, because the first instance when you met him, there's something he did that caught your attention. There's a special treatment he gave you, so you're holding on to that and thinking that because this person behaved this kind of way, this is how he is, so probably this other behavior he's showing is a once in a while thing. That is not how he really is. So sometimes we get absorbed in the good qualities of the person, but we must know that nobody is all bad. I mean, every bad person also has a good side. Yeah. So we must look out not just for people's positive side. Yeah. As we are looking at people, you should know and recognize that they also have flaws. So don't be overlooking people's flaws and giving excuses. Sometimes we tend, in the name of love, to overlook and make excuses for people's wrongdoing. Okay. A guy is beating you in a relationship and you are saying that, oh, because he was angry, that's why he beat me. And then he'll beat you, and at the end of the day he will leave you, and you get into another relationship, this guy is and you are making the same excuse. So sometimes we shouldn't get absorbed in the goodness of people. We should acknowledge that they have flaws too. So that's
See, those of us asking for the question and the topic for today, it's women who attract bad men.
Wrong.
The wrong men or the bad men. Anyhow you see it.
Yeah. I wish to say that we have good people, but it will not be, it's not every good person who is a right person. Now, first of all, if you are looking for a right person, the question I want to ask is, you yourself, are you right for somebody? So we must work on ourselves and ensure that we are the right package for somebody else also.
Okay.
You are not the only one looking for a right person. Everybody wants to live with a right person. So you must also be right to somebody. So first of all, we must look at ourselves and ensure that we are also right for other people. And when you are right, I am of the strong view that you can always attract the right person.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to add to that. I want to say that people attract or accept the wrong people because they refuse to ask the opinion of God about the person. So, some people, when you meet someone and the person is showing signs of dating or at the instant, you need to go to God in prayer and ask God, this person coming, should I continue? The Bible said that, and David inquired of the Lord. And God said, yes, you can go. Go overtake. You shall restore, you shall recover everything back. But in this our generation, we are in a haste to date with our mind, neglecting God at the background. You must understand that God is a gentleman. So is the Holy Spirit. They will not come into your business if you don't invite them. If you think that you have all the list of the right men on paper, then you are in for the list of wrong men. Because it's only God who has made you, who can tell you that the way I have made you, this person will be okay for you. God would give you advice. The Holy Spirit will prompt you as to what to do. But what do we see nowadays? Someone told me that, hey, this guy is a good guy. If I pray to God, I know that as for God, he will say, no, go for the next person. No, God is a father. He will not stop from going with the person. But the issue is that what you think is the right person might not be the right person for you. So it is important for us to inquire of God first and know that, hey, what I'm going to this person, is it for me or not? So that you not have a long list of men and be confused at the end of the day. Because relationship, no matter how you say it, has a spiritual influence as well. I hear Papa Professor at times how people, familiar spirit has put a necklace in the shop for you to buy, and they are tracing you. So some of these men that are coming, that are looking nice, it's not because they are nice. You need to inquire of God to know the kind of spirits they are coming, even if they are in the church, because the church it has a lot of broken people than you think outside. So you should not just take it for granted that because it's a pastor who is coming close to me, he has the Spirit of God in him. No, you have to inquire of the Lord. You should come for prophetic inquiry.
Okay, so we go for a short commercial break and we'll be back with you very soon. Thank you for staying with us. Don't go away.
Baby, careful, ingbo mamiete. Hi, my name is Kafui Danku. Being a mother is such a joy, but it could be hectic if your baby's comfort is compromised. That is why in the midst of uncertainties, I always make sure I have the right diaper. Diaper that helps manage my day and night. Super absorbent. Over 10 hours of protection. Super slim to carry around and also light on the pocket. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper is the magical comfort. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper. Extra dry and comfortable. The smart choice for your royal baby.
Go. biara do Okoko bi kame udenina Okame ara denina Duanya kakra kabi kame hu denina okame ara I will lift up my eyes to the hills, for whence cometh my help? Help cometh from the Lord, Some posting horses and chariots, some me money and fame, but one thing I know for sure. Victory lies with God, If you know my friend from Musumnia Oni Nansu, who catch your way. Amusunya oni nansu aha you tell them ebinu mukutu insuoni nia nasu ye
Kafo ingbo mamiete Hi, my name is Kafui Danku. Being a mother is such a joy, but it could be hectic if your baby's comfort is compromised. That is why in the midst of uncertainties, I always make sure I have the right diaper. Diaper that helps manage my day and night. Super absorbent. Over 10 hours of protection. Super slim to carry around and also light on the pocket. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper is the magical comfort. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper. Extra dry and comfortable. The smart choice for your royal baby. Baby, careful, ingbo mamiete. Hi, my name is Kafui Danku. Being a mother is such a joy, but it could be hectic if your baby's comfort is compromised. That is why in the midst of uncertainties, I always make sure I have the right diaper. Diaper that helps manage my day and night. Super absorbent. Over 10 hours of protection. Super slim to carry around and also light on the pocket. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper is the magical comfort. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper. Extra dry and comfortable. The smart choice for your royal baby.
This battle I had is
Thank you for staying with us. We are back again, and we are coming to address a different topic altogether. Most people enter into marriages thinking that if you are not happy being single, getting a man in your life or a woman in your life will make you happy. In my opinion, I think that's a big no. There's no way you're going to be happy in a marriage when you are an unhappy person being single. This is what we are coming to talk about today. Mrs. Ahmed, clothing style. This is.
I bet to differ a bit from what Mommy just said.
Okay.
That she doesn't agree that if you're not happy single and you get married, you'll be happy. I think that it depends on the person and then the situation. There are people that marriage kind of blesses them and changes their environment. It moves them from a state that they don't wish to be to a state they have longed for. And then the Bible even says that two are better than one. There are times that when it's just you realize you're struggling. You probably don't have someone else to push you or support you with a clean heart. So you're not able to accomplish things the way you have to. But then when you have a support, you realize that things work a bit faster than you being just single. it can also be the other way. I believe that when you're single, you would have to also learn to appreciate yourself and then appreciate what you want to be. If you don't have a defined future and then you get married, you'll be more frustrated. Dr. Sefako always talks about you having your vision straight and then you discussing it. So let's say I want to be traveling and then my husband is not interested in traveling. There's no way that I'll get married and be happy with a man like that when we don't have something that brings us together or something that puts us together. So I believe it depends on the situation and then
okay. I
your
also
partner.
believe your happiness is your responsibility. Okay. So the fact that my husband is moody means I have to be moody. One person has to be on the other side. Okay, so that when the other person is not okay, you'll be able to like make things right. Let's say my husband is went to town and he's sad. So because my happiness is dependent on my husband, it means as soon as he gets sad, I also have to get sad. But one person has to be happy. Try and talk the person out of whatever he or she is going through. So to me, I have to be happy before I get into the marriage. Because I am single, I feel like, oh, I am single, so I think maybe getting married will make me happy. No. The moment you think that way, anytime this man does something to you, you will call back to how you used to be very lonely and sad, because your happiness is in the hands of the man. So what if divorce comes in?
I believe that, okay, these are people who are looking at the personality, but then there are certain situations that get really horrible. There are people staying with steps, going through a lot of horrible treatment, and all they want is an escape. So for them, marriage is like happiness for them.
I guess which I think is wrong.
Yes,
it's wrong.
Well,
it's wrong,
I think that if your reason for getting married is to escape something, then you might end up being disappointed. If the reason why you want to get married is because you think that your sadness is as a result of your singleness, then you will end up frustrating the person you are even married to, because now you put your happiness into his hands. So it's like he's responsible for making you happy. But I think that, well, contentment, that's the question that Mommy sent us. And I was thinking about contentment. I think that contentment is a state of being satisfied just where you are. Okay, so if you are content being a single person, you can be single, and as Dr. Sefako said, you can be single and fulfilled. So the fact that you are single and you are not fulfilled doesn't mean that marrying somebody will make you fulfilled. Contentment is being satisfied just the way you are. So no matter how things are now, or no matter the situation you are in, whether you are dating or you are single or you are married, you know that your satisfaction does not come from somebody, or it does not come from being bound to anybody. You should be responsible for your own happiness, and that's how I see things.
I think that if you looking for a way of escape, I think in that relationship, I believe you complain to the man that, oh, they are treating me badly when are we getting married, and that might even lead you to attract the wrong person, because the person might say, okay, this lady is vulnerable, she's desperate to just marry and escape, so why can't I just pretend to be the kind of man that she wants me to be, then after we are married? So the escaping is a dicey issue. But if somebody in that situation is, even though she wants to escape, but she feels she's matured enough to handle marriage, then that will be a blessing. But if you are marrying to escape, you are bound in finding some desperate men who just want to show off their wife, and you might just marry hoping that man will correct the mistakes of your stepmother or stepfather, and the person might just be treating you the way they are because you have complained to them so that they can make you happy. So I even though I see where this plot is coming from other point of view, that okay, it's possible that they could, it's possible some of them will have a good marriage and be happy and tell their story that, oh, whatever. But I think it worked more, and it's been better off if you are happy being single and you are married for a good purpose, and not a way of escape, so that one day someone, the husband that you are married will not look back at you and use it against you, because you have opened up too much for him. So I think that's the issue.
You know, I believe that there are basic things, when you talk of contentment, there are basic things that as a human being you would have to reach that level to be able to fit in anywhere. You would have to appreciate your looks. You can't do anything about it. You have to appreciate your look, and even that shows how much you appreciate God, because the moment you are discontent with how you look. No, but I mean that, okay, not
accept yourself the way you are.
Not the polishing. There are people who feel like, okay, I have very small breasts,
I'm too dark.
And yes, I'm too dark. I want to look a bit fair, or I mean, for we ladies, people even wear pattern or just to have, you know, that round shape. If you have to learn to be content with your physical look, then maybe you add something that, in terms of polishing, you should be able to polish a bit so you can look good. You know, you'd have to also appreciate your background. Let's say there are people who feel really bad to even mention where they come from. If you ask them where are they coming from, if there's some, I have friends, yes, just Friday I was interacting with someone, and he couldn't say he's an Ewe. He would always say he's from the Ashanti region. Yes, and he had his personal reasons. We had a lengthy conversation. You have to appreciate your background, because that is where God has placed you, and it's for a reason. You have to appreciate the country in which you come from, your family, your parents. That's where you find yourself. Be content with those things around you. It doesn't mean you should want to stay there. You would have to want to be better. I mean,
like when you first accept
it, when you accept it, then okay, this is where I'm coming from. These are the challenges that we face. What can I do to change those things? Then you start doing something about it. But if there are people who hide their parents, they just hide their mothers or their fathers because of their professions, you have to appreciate those people. So with such people who are always dodging from their fathers, or they always hiding, presenting other people's fathers as theirs, you know, you can't live life like that. It happens. It happens. Yes, even now. I had a friend who always introduced a certain man to me as the father. There was a time I told her that this man is not your father. You know? No, sometimes it gets excessive. And my daddy bought me this, and my daddy is taking me to lunch. It is not true. That's not your real life. You should appreciate where you are coming from. If you do, then now when you meet a man, and that's the contentment. You see, with that one, nobody can stand in front of you and then say something that you are, and then that it will hurt you. Like you have a big nose. You know you have a big nose. Why should they bother you? That is your nose. You see, you should like yourself and love yourself for who you are. then you can have another person adding on, and then building a better life. I think with contentment, these are the basic things I am considering. But with other situations that surround us, that we just cannot be content with certain situations. And there's no money, there's no food, you are not working, or you are being maltreated in the house, or molested, or you are being raped in your house. You can't be content with such a thing. You just can't be. So for such a person, that person wants to escape.
Yeah.
And if marriage comes in with the right person through prayer, that person, I tell you, will be happy for life. So it depends.
And I think, notwithstanding that, when you marry, I mean, you receive favor from God. When you marry, I mean, two are better than one. So that means when you are two, you can accomplish more and then achieve more. But then that can also happen when, as an individual, you are focused in life, you know where you are going, and you are doing all what it takes for you to get there. Because it might interest you to know that even getting married, sometimes it might delay some of your dreams.
Yeah.
Because I know I have not abolished it, but then I delayed a dream of mine as a result of getting married. I've not abolished it, but then I paused them. You know, sometimes when you get married, or maybe the next month you've gotten pregnant, you are pursuing a course, you might even defer out of being married. So it's not getting married that will make you more content, or all your contentment depends on the marriage. You yourself should know where you are going, because sometimes even along the discharging of your duties or being focused on what you want to achieve is when you attract the right person to yourself. So you should know what you are doing as a single person. Just like Apostle Paul said, I think he was more accomplished, and then he bore more fruits because he was single. He was able to accomplish more because he was single. So when you are content with your singleness, in a way of focusing on your goal, knowing what you want to achieve, this is the way that when you are also being, or you are in partnership with someone, it will become more whole, because you are leading a fulfilling life. You can imagine, and coming together with another person who is also leading a fulfilling life, it makes the marriage more exciting and more fulfilling and more achieving.
Sophie, you've not said anything.
I think Lee want to speak.
Okay, I just want to say something small. I believe that whether you are single or you are married, everybody faces challenges. The single face challenges, the married also face challenges. So the fact that you are married does not mean that you are not going to face challenges. So if you are wanting to get married because you don't want to come across challenges, then I'm sorry to disappoint you. Yeah. Because I know a lot of married people who are lonely. So if it is because you want to escape the fact that you are lonely as a single person, that is why you are rushing into marriage, I can assure you that you might continue your loneliness over there if the right person is not met. So I just want us to have this at the back of our minds, that either single or married, there are challenges. Marriage comes with its own associated challenges. Okay? Now, the fact that you are single does not mean you don't have dignity.
Yeah.
Your worth is not dependent on marital status. Yeah. It is dependent on who God has made you to be. Right. You have been created in the image and in the likeness of God. That is your worth. Marriage just adds on to it. So when you are single, know that you are still valuable. That's right. You can still achieve whatever married people are achieving. Now, I know that as a single person, you have the leeway to take decisions and implement them quickly. But the moment you get married, you have to consult. Yeah. So that decision-making process can delay a bit because you have to bring somebody on board. What can you say about that one too?
And sometimes don't be the best.
Keep watching, don't go away, and tell your friends, everybody, tell them to come online, come and watch it. Share the video, copy the link and send it to your friends, and God will bless you. Yeah. Okay, Mrs.
I was commenting on his that the decision process may delay, but it sometimes turns out to be the best. I want to talk about Ruth and Boaz, then Naomi. You know, Ruth was married to Naomi's son. He died, and he followed Naomi. She followed Naomi. At that point, she was single, but you know, they appreciated whoever they were, but they were looking for better conditions. Before Ruth met Boaz, and then all the chemistry, Boaz had to, you know, leave things on the field so that she can easily collect. You realize that she was still working. Yeah. She was working hard. Then she was single. So if you are single, you don't have to, you know, for us, most young ladies, we are like, okay, we want a man with a house, maybe like A man who owns a house, he owns a car, he has his own business, a man that can buy you plane tickets so you be traveling. You know, all these things, they are dreams that you grow up having them. If it happens, fine. But you have to know that you have to start from somewhere. It is the little work that you do that will be appreciated, and God would shower his blessings on it, and it will grow. So let's say that Ruth was sitting in the house and kept dreaming that I want to marry a rich man. Ruth actually was collecting from Boaz's farm. It means that she was even less than a laborer for Boaz. She picks the rest that is left, She was less than a laborer. So there are times that as young women, we have to work very hard because you don't know where you are going to meet that millionaire or billionaire. Then we have to watch our attitude and our character. I believe that when she was doing that, she was doing it probably better than some of the laborers, though she was not earning as much as they were. So she had other opportunities. But here we are, even when we are offered a job, we do it anyhow because we have found a beloved who is probably giving you a little more money than how much you are being paid in your office. If you look at things from that angle, you end up in the wrong hands. You would have to learn to work, earn money for yourself, and then spend on yourself to know how it feels to be able to build something. Which Ruth went on that way, and it was out of her hard work that Boaz married her. And for her to be married to Boaz was a big deal because this is the man with all the money in the whole of that place that they are. So we would have to watch our ways. Though we are single, we have to learn to work hard. And that comes with the contentment. If you can't make money on your own, you can't provide for yourself and even provide for someone. Ladies are fond of borrowing money because they are always crediting. If it's not hair, it is a top or a jeans, or you're always owing. If the man that you are dating also keeps owing like that, can he take care of you? We would have to learn to manage ourselves, our finances, and then be dependent. Because when you get married, there are times that you have to come in to even support the man. He may not always have it all. So we have to learn all of these things and bring the balance.
I think probably from most ladies' side, let me attempt to put myself into ladies' shoes. For most ladies, probably those that go to the university, right in university, the next thing they are thinking of is that right after school, I want to get married, get something and settle down. So the fulfillment for most people after school is that I'm married. Now, what happens for most people is that whilst they are even in school, they have not gotten to a place of dependence, a place of really enjoying what it means to be single. If I come from the context of being a guy, for most guys, the advice, it does not really mean that you work from, but the advice is that before you a guy gets married, you must move from your parents' house. It doesn't happen to ladies. For the guy moving from parents, what does it mean? To help him to know that when I'm alone, can I take decisions on my own without my father being there? So that means that I'm being single at that moment, I'm discovering myself. I'm making choices, I'm making decisions, I'm making mistakes, I'm learning from it. And so for the guy, when I go into the marriage, I've known how to live as a single person, so I'm going to know how to be a better partner to the person. But for most people, we don't really work on ourselves during the time when we are single. And so we get married, and then we think that everything that we are looking for, we should get in marriage. Yes, when you get married, marriage should make you better. But if you yourself, whilst you were single, you have not learned to do certain things for yourself, you have not learned to build certain traits for yourself, what happens is that when you're going to get married, you're going to be frustrated in the marriage. There are people who do that when they're suffering from serious inferiority complex. I speak to two people whilst they are dating. As I'm talking to the lady and talking to the guy, I told the guy, the best thing for you to do is to let this lady go. Even if you think you love her, let the lady find a way to build her strength. Learn to become better for herself. There are people in relationship that when there's one issue, they will say they'll try to take point. I've heard stories like that. I've encountered people like that. That when you have a relationship with your beloved, by the time there's argument, 1 hour, 2 hours, by the time you realize the person has taken a drug, has taken something trying to kill him or herself. This is somebody who is suffering from serious inferiority complex, who have not learned how to be good for herself. So if you're going to get married to such a person, it's going to be a suicidal marriage. You are going to get yourself involved. So I believe that when it comes to, we're talking about being single and being content, it's about discovering yourself, getting to know what works for you. So then, if I get married, to some people, sex makes them happy, other things, but these are things that cannot be there every time. So if the things that makes me happy whilst I'm married is not there, are there other things that can be a source of joy for me that I don't break down in life? When those things are not there because you not build them whilst you are single, people can be single and do very well in life. You can be single, do very well. Bible says it is better to stay alone than to live. It says it's better to live in the house with the house dripping, the roof dripping of water, to stay in a room with a nagging woman or a nagging husband. So all these things come into play. So if once you are single, you can get to know what makes you happy. You can build yourself. You can be able to become a better person to the one you are going to get married. Other than just looking at, okay, when I get here, I'll get Snow White. Then I'll get the Prince Charming coming to kiss me. I wake up and they live happily ever after.
Oh,
it doesn't work. You have to be able to get to know yourself, build yourself, become better for yourself.
And I want to add that some people marry to please others, to show that we are in a clique and we are all married, and now it's my turn to show off. So most of the time, they don't take their time to watch where they are going to. And when you are single, you're supposed to, as I said, build yourself. How do you do that? You need to read books. If you can't get a mentor who would lecture you on what being single and married is, there are a lot of people who have written their their whole life in books. But this time around, where we have iPad, people don't want to read, even though the books are e-books and everything. People don't want to read. They want to hear what others are saying. Some people, Papa will say, can quote their pastors more than they quote the Bible. Oh, my pastor says, heaven helps those who help themselves. and it's not in the Bible. So they build up, they grow up believing what they have heard. But we are not found in searching for ourselves what the real issue is. When you are single, if you are unable to get any information when you are single, what are you going to give out? You must understand that getting married is supposed to make you excited because you are going from grace to grace. But if you bring nothing on the table for marriage, no matter how the second person is multiplying it, 0 times 1,000 is still 0. So you are still back to square one. So you must bring something on board. Marriage, the reason people are having, you can say, oh, these people are successful, is that because they have built their singlehood and they were accomplished in their singlehood. So when they meet, they just grow up from where they are. So you don't have to rush just to marry to prove a point. You must understand that the time limit for you to marry, no one can tell you. You can't say that because you are 28 years or 30 as a lady, your singleness is too long. You should jump to marriage. You must set yourself. Are you matured enough to handle the pressures of marriage? Are you matured enough to be able to take decisions? Or you are still calling your mom or your dad in a relationship when your boyfriend disagrees with you? Some people in a relationship, by the time they disagree, by the time you blink an eye, their mom is calling the other partner. I just heard that you did this to my daughter. Is it true? If at this age, some people can be 40 years and they behave like children. I have met some men on my way. They were old in age, but maturity is so small. I have to be teaching them what they should do at a point in time, because age does not amount to maturity. You must build yourself up. But you should not only polish your face, but there's something in the brain. Papa said today, invest more time developing the brain than developing the waist. It's very important.
I want to.
Can I read something?
Okay, Gary.
So someone asked, have you now added men? Maybe it's Akosia Afram. No, we've not. Prophet Vincent just added men because he wanted to talk from the woman's point of view. And this is from Stephanie Baba Mensah. Said, exactly, we as women must learn to build something for ourselves. If you can't enjoy your singleness, you can't enjoy your marital life. Our ideas about marriage for most women is dependency, but it shouldn't be so. Every man needs a woman who can take decisions and make decisions for themselves.
Okay, like what I was trying to put across is that one of the reasons why sometimes there is suicide in the system, sometimes there is high depression in the system, is people who have not learned to mature, develop themselves, discover themselves in their singlehood. So when they enter into a relationship and the relationship does not work, they are like, where do I go from here? Divorce is a worst case scenario I don't want anybody to experience. But whilst you are single, or even whilst you are married, there is a purpose, there is something that fulfills you. Your husband or your wife will not leave you, and the next thing you think that my life has crashed on. So it is like probably I'm just going to Kumasi, and then you join me in my car. You also go to Kumasi, we're going together. I'm already going to Kumasi. So if you come into the car later on, you say that you will not go. I will not say that now I don't have somebody to keep me company, so I can in the car. So I'll crash. So the reason why most people don't get to the point where they are getting so fulfilled doing what they are doing. So that if I'm dating and I know where I'm going, so if you leave me today, I'm not going to stop pursuing my law. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I am ready. There's something on my target, something that I have envisioned I'm doing. So when you come to add to it. When you leave me, I can become better. That is how come those who survive divorce, those who get broken heart, they are able to go on, and others don't survive it. Because to them, apart from the guy, apart from the lady, there is nothing meaningful in my life. So I'm just living for the guy. I'm just living for the lady. So when it doesn't go off, then me to have gone off.
Okay, this is from Apostle Ekwansa Agri. Said SRM Queens, Chai, glory to God. Thank you, Daddy. God bless you. Said Linda Kote, women must make up your mind that we will add something to the life of our spouses rather than thinking of a man who has everything. The Bible says if a man finds a wife, he obtains favor from God. This means you, the woman, is supposed to help your man achieve his dreams. So if you marry, the question to you should ask yourself is, are you really being a helpmeet to your husband, or am only at the receiving end? If you marry and people see your husband to have better when he was single, then you have failed as a woman. Thank you, Linda. Stephanie Baba Mensah. Singleness means getting comfortable with yourself and growing towards the kind of woman you aspire to be. Most women say, I want a man who is this and that, but it's more about being the woman every man would want to have in their home. Wow. Okay. Abraham Elbernard Asamoah. Substitutes are vital. If what gives you satisfaction is only in one thing, then it's dangerous. Other satisfactory elements are very vital. Just as honey is a great substitute of sugar, check what you can substitute with your prime element. Yeah, it's debatable. I know, right? Okay, Apostle Ekwansa agree again. Said, age is a function of years, but maturity is a function of the brain. There are people who have aged in years but have not matured in the brain. Wow. So that is all for the comment.
Another thing that has been bothering me is that society, in all this content, people not being content, being single, is because our society has, I do not say, idolized marriage. So once you see two friends who are of the same age and one marries and the other is not married, then we automatically accord the married one more respect than we accord the single person, which I think is very wrong. And that is what drives a lot of people to want to get married when they are not even mentally or emotionally ready. Because society puts, I don't know, we have so much so that some of us young ladies, when we marry, I don't know how to say it in English, like you did 2 years, like it's like an achievement, a major achievement in life. It is great to marry. I mean, it is a wonderful, what's the name? Achievement. You've done well. But I don't think that marriage is the ultimate destination in life. We make it, society makes it look as if when you marry it means you have arrived. The other one who is not married has not reached anywhere. I think that has been a problem that has made has put pressure on people to get into the wrong marriages, so much so that parents of people who are in their late 20s, they are forcing them. There's this guy in another family that they've spotted. They want you to marry that guy because they think that your time is up. I think that if we do that, we push people into the wrong marriages. We push people at the wrong time. I mean, and all kinds of issues. So I think society, it is, but I think that it has played a major role. People feel that because I'm not married, where I'm coming from is that don't think that because somebody is married, the person is better than you. That is the point I'm trying to make. Marriage is not a trophy. I don't know how to put it. All I'm trying to say, mommy, is that don't think that look at my trophy. But what I'm saying is that marriage doesn't make one person superior to the other. So I think my point is made.
I just want to comment on that. You know, growing up, there are things that your elder siblings enjoy that you wish you could also enjoy that. Like, they ask you to sleep early, and they allow them to sleep the time they like. You know, I believe that in life, everything is not equal. And then marriage is very special. This is an institution instituted by God himself. It's unexplainable. The things around marriage, you can't comprehend. It's like God. God is in the midst of that a lot, especially for our Christian marriages. So you realize that with the point you are making, though a lot of people are forced into marriages, it is their own choice that results in whatever their conclusion would be. Now, the things you cannot enjoy because of your age, you should also understand that life is in stages. There are things that as a single person, you are not just allowed to enjoy. You cannot have sex when you are single. So would you say that you are being denied something, or this people that are married, they are being some way? There are things that we cannot discuss even on TV. There are some programs that children cannot watch. As a good mother, you won't let your child watch certain, because that child is just not there. So you, as a child, have to get the understanding your parents are giving to you that you are not there. So that shouldn't push you to want to get married because other people are married. We all wish that we grow up early so that we all get the freedom that are. But you grow up and then you wish you were a child again. So I think that brings us to the contentment. There are things that are for adults only. There are things that are for children only. There are things that are for married people. Look, we cannot say that you ignore married people or treat them anyway. It's a big deal to be married. Yes. I mean, no matter how you look at it. No, okay, I'm just making it's a big deal to be married because once you get married, you are seen to be matured. And that's what we are trying to address. Though it may not be written on you or something, I mean, that's how our society looks at it. In the olden days, people marry even younger than 18 years sometimes, you know, because that was acceptable. Now we want to complete school and do all of these things. So when our parents talk, we have to listen to them. Don't think they are pressuring you to get married. I think you'd have to look at the positive side and rather start preparing yourself, because no matter what, you'd have to be married. Yeah.
Can I come in?
Marriage is just a bonus. Like,
No, it's not a bonus. It's a very important stage of life. That's what I just want to say. And then, not everybody.
That's what I'm asking. Does it mean it's just a bonus?
Yeah, it comes like we say maybe before let us also bring Holy Spirit here. But let me just try and summarize quickly and then stay back. Now, this is how I see it. Whilst when you are single, the first thing that you must learn to do is to learn to find your joy in God.
Okay.
Find that secret place in God that keeps you happy. That is what will give you strength whilst you are single. When you get married, whilst you are dating, you get married and there are issues, that secret place gives you a sort of joy. Number 2, learn to discover your purpose. Let it become your driving force in life. So with these two things, God must have joy, so just being my purpose. There's something around me that keeps me going. Number 3, have the mind of determination that no matter what I'm making in life, whether I'm married or not, not everybody will get the opportunity probably to get married and be happy to my lovely wife, like my wife over there. Not everybody will get that. But everybody can become successful in their own right. Your source in God, your source in your determination. Then when you get married, you make the sacrifices that you have to make sure that the marriage works, so that there is joy in the home for both of you to enjoy. But if these 3 things are key, no matter what happens in your life, you'll be able to make impact in life. But if these first 3 are not in place, when you get married and there are issues, you are going to get frustrated, you are going to cast away your dreams, you are going to curse God. But if you're so joyous in God, discover your purpose, you're pushing it, you're working it, whatever happens, you're determined to make it in life. It will save it save us from a lot of things that lead to depression. I'm very particular about that, depression. People committing suicide because they've made men their source, not God their source. They've not made their assignment, their purpose, their source of joy. So I say, there are people who will not get the opportunity to get married, but their purpose, fulfilling their assignment on earth, can be a source of joy to them that can make them happy. So when these things are at place,
so I'll let lay minister end with us.
Wow. Well, I just want to say that the fact that society would pressurize you to get married does not mean that they hate you. I believe that your parents has found something good in marriage. That's why they would admonish you to do well to get married. But the choice and the decision of marriage is a personal responsibility. People would advise, but you should, as a person, know when and who you want to get married to. If your parents are putting pressure on you that get married this year, and you know that you want to achieve this and this and this, you should be able to come up and say that, oh, I am not ready yet, I want to get to this point, and I'll definitely get married. With that, you have that liberty and the freedom to achieve your dreams and your ambitions. So I believe that you shouldn't get so much soaked in the pressure. You should be able to tell what you are about, and I think they will understand you. But the fact that society pressurizes does not mean they hate you. All right, that's what I want to say.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming. God bless you. So this is where we end, and we hate to say goodbye, but we have to leave. Before we leave, we want to say a big thank you to the beautiful ladies and the gentlemen. They're looking so glorious. And to CJZ Makeover, Anel Parlo, Miss Pro Artistry, and CJ, and who else? Polka Dot. And to the executive producer of this show, Prophet Bernard Elbernard Nelson Chen, for always keeping us going, making sure everything is in place, even when he's not around. And the crew, God bless you. We love you so much. Thank you for watching. Please, same time next week. Don't forget, we are having service tomorrow. Morning service is 8:30 to 11 a.m. And evening service is 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. God bless you. See you soon. Bye. Tomorrow's your birthday. Yay, Dr. Happy birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday in advance. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers. God bless you. We love you.
Baby, careful, ingbo mamiete. Hi, my name is Kafui Danku. Being a mother is such a joy, but it could be hectic if your baby's comfort is compromised. That is why in the midst of uncertainties, I always make sure I have the right diaper. Diaper that helps manage my day and night. Super absorbent. Over 10 hours of protection. Super slim to carry around and also light on the pocket. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper is the magical comfort. Royal Monopoly Baby Diaper. Extra dry and comfortable. The smart choice for your royal baby.